Imagine stepping through your front gate and feeling like you've just landed on a sun-kissed island. Fragrant palms swaying, jewel-toned blooms bursting with color, and a gentle spa-like breeze guiding you home. That tropical resort fantasy can start right outside your door. And today on Luxury Home Decor, we're revealing the surprisingly simple blueprint. From budget-friendly plant picks to design secrets the pros swear by, this guide will turn any ordinary entrance into an unforgettable paradise. In this episode, we'll walk you through the essential elements of a tropical front yard makeover. Lush layers, vibrant textures, and clever space optimization, all while keeping costs in check. Think of it as an escape plan that doesn't require a passport, tailored to every climate zone and architectural style. Whether your house is a modern cube, a classic bungalow, or a cozy cottage, these principles adapt beautifully, ensuring your curb appeal feels cohesive, welcoming, and refreshingly exotic year-round. Let's start with the foundation: soil health and drainage. Tropical species crave moisture but loathe soggy feet, so amend compacted ground with compost, perlite, and leaf mold to create a fluffy, nutrient-rich base that channels excess water away. This quick weekend project costs less than a dinner out, yet sets the stage for vigorous growth, deeper root systems, and that trademark lushness visitors will notice immediately. Healthy soil is the quiet hero behind every thriving paradise. Next, master the art of layering. Just like interior design, outdoor spaces benefit from height variation and rhythm. Start with structural evergreens such as dwarf banana or hardy traveler's palm along the backline, mid-height anchors like glossy philodendron in the middle, and low-flowering ground covers such as purple heart or caladium up front. The tiered arrangement guides the eye gently forward, creating depth and dimension without demanding a sprawling footprint or an extravagant budget. When curating your plant palette, lean into bold, saturated hues inspired by rainforest canopies, emerald greens, hot corals, and sunny yellows, balanced by a few calming neutrals like silvery sage. Seasonal bursts keep things fresh. Swap in flamingo lilies for summer drama, then transition to variegated ginger when autumn's cooler nights arrive. By rotating accent plants in strategic planters, you'll maintain year-round interest and avoid the common pitfall of a garden that peaks for only one season. A tropical paradise isn't just visual, it's aromatic. Introduce scented layers with night-blooming jasmine, sweet almond verbena, or the underrated Michelia champica near paths and entryways. Their perfumed clouds create an instant vacation mood whenever doors or windows open. To stretch your budget, propagate cuttings in water and share divisions with neighbors. Community plant swaps are a timeless design hack that keeps costs low while building bonds and biodiversity right on your street. small front yard? Go vertical. Install a narrow espalier trellis or bamboo screen against the facade. Then layer climbers like mandevilla, passionflower, or even edible velvet bean. Their upward growth frees ground space for pathways while adding living artwork that changes daily. Choose self-clinging species if you rent and want minimal hardware holes. Or pick lightweight planters with built-in lattices for quick relocation. Vertical gardening maximizes square footage and delivers that signature jungle feeling without overcrowding. Speaking of pathways, think beyond plain concrete. Crushed coral, bleached river pebbles, or reclaimed timber slices evoke beach vibes while guiding foot traffic. Offset irregular pavers with low-growing moss alternatives like Asiatic jasmine or creeping thyme to soften edges and invite barefoot strolls. This porous surface recipe also improves rainwater absorption, an eco-friendly perk that keeps puddles away from entry steps and protects foundations. Function meets fantasy when every journey from gate to door feels like a boardwalk retreat. A gentle water feature adds both sound and movement, two sensory elements that elevate any tropical theme. Skip pricey fountains and repurpose a large glazed pot paired with a solar-powered pump. The soft burble masks street noise and attracts songbirds. Position the container near a seating nook to enjoy reflective ripples at sunrise coffee time. Remember to include mosquito-eating fish or floating water lettuce to maintain balance. Low-maintenance aqua accents prove luxury can be sustainable and affordable. Once dusk settles, strategic lighting transforms foliage into luminous sculpture. Choose low-voltage LED uplights to graze palm trunks, while warm white string bulbs zigzag overhead, echoing twilight beach bars. Solar path stakes mark curves without increasing electric bills, perfect for eco-conscious decorators. For a splash of drama, tuck color-changing smart spots under bromeliad clusters and switch to sunset hues during evening gatherings. Thoughtful illumination extends garden enjoyment after work hours and provides security without sacrificing ambience. No tropical front yard feels complete without a cozy perch. Swap bulky patio sets for slimline acacia benches or woven rattan egg chairs that visually float above ground cover. Add quick-dry performance cushions in banana leaf prints to tie color stories together and withstand monsoon-season downpours. Remember, space optimization matters. Arrange seating along the perimeter, leaving an open core for circulation or impromptu yoga. The result is a welcoming lounge zone that doubles as curb appeal theater. Seasonal upkeep keeps paradise looking intentional rather than wild. In spring, prune leggy stems to encourage bushy growth and top-dress beds with a thin layer of organic mulch. Summer calls for morning watering and a monthly seaweed fertilizer spray to combat heat stress. Autumn is perfect for dividing gingers before the dormant period, while winter invites a blanket of straw around tender roots in colder zones. A simple quarterly maintenance calendar preserves vibrancy without constant fuss. Budget-smart decorators know when to splurge and where to save. Invest in a few mature statement plants. Think dwarf coconut or variegated monstera to anchor the theme instantly. Fill remaining gaps with affordable starter plugs, seeds, or community swap cuttings that will expand over time. Upcycle household items into planters. Galvanized buckets become rustic pots, and broken terracotta mosaics double as decorative top dressing. Every resourceful choice frees funds for future upgrades, proving tropical luxury can thrive on modest means. Eco-friendly design underpins modern luxury. Choose native or climate-adapted tropical lookalikes to reduce water usage. Firebush mimics hibiscus, and hardy sago palm stands in for coconut where frost threatens. Capture roof runoff in a rain barrel, then drip irrigate beds to minimize waste. Incorporate a composting corner disguised behind a bamboo panel. Nutrient-rich humus cuts fertilizer costs and closes the waste loop. Responsible choices not only lower bills but also connect your paradise to wider environmental wellness. A vibrant garden should welcome wildlife partners. Cluster nectar-rich heliconias and red pentas to attract hummingbirds, while broad-leafed philodendrons provide shelter for garden lizards that help control pests. Add a shallow pebble basin for pollinating bees and butterflies. Refreshing the water daily prevents mosquito breeding. Biodiversity stabilizes plant health and adds dynamic movement. A flutter of wings or quick gecko dash instantly transports you to a rainforest and enriches the narrative of your outdoor living room. Contrast sparks excitement in any design. Pair bold, oversized foliage like elephant ear alocasia with finely textured ferns to create tactile tension. Position dark-leafed cordylines beside bright golden crotons for color play that pops at dusk. Even hardscape choices benefit. Matte slate stepping stones juxtaposed with glossy river rocks amplify visual interest. Balancing opposites ensures your front yard feels curated rather than chaotic, giving visitors that delightful wow moment before they've even rung the bell. Clever spatial tricks can make a compact plot feel expansive. Lay pathways on a gentle diagonal instead of straight lines to lengthen sightlines. Mirror panels framed in moisture-resistant teak reflect greenery, doubling perceived depth without adding square footage. Plant taller specimens toward the far corners to push boundaries outward, while keeping center beds lower for an airy heart. These optical adjustments cost little yet deliver the grand, resort-style impression associated with premium properties. Color psychology plays quietly but powerfully. Cooling blues and greens promote relaxation, perfect for decompressing after work, while splashes of orange or magenta stimulate conversation during weekend gatherings. Use warm tones sparingly near seating to draw guests in, and cooler hues along borders to visually widen the area. This intentional chromatic zoning guides mood just like interior wall paint, making your tropical retreat feel emotionally tailored rather than a random explosion of pigment. Beyond greenery, incorporate curated decor elements for personality. A hand-carved tiki post at the entrance signals playful hospitality. Recycled glass lanterns filled with seashells can line steps, catching morning light like aquatic jewels. Wind chimes crafted from bamboo or kapai's shells layer gentle rhythm over rustling fronds. Each accent should tell a story, preferably sourced ethically or locally, to elevate authenticity. Remember, restraint matters. One thoughtful statement beats 10 cluttering trinkets and keeps maintenance hassle-free. Your front door is the finale of this sensory journey. Paint it in a color lifted directly from the garden, perhaps a deep teal echoing bird of paradise leaves or a sunset coral borrowed from hibiscus petals. Swap standard hardware for brushed brass handles that mirror warm lighting tones. Flank the entrance with symmetrical ceramic urns housing dwarf palms to reinforce balance. This harmonious transition blurs indoor and outdoor boundaries, greeting guests with cohesion before they even knock. For a personal stamp, create DIY stepping stone mosaics using broken tiles in ombre waves that mimic ocean currents. The project costs little, requires only mortar and creativity, yet becomes a conversation piece underfoot. Alternatively, craft macrame plant hangers from weather-resistant rope to drape trailing pothos beneath porch beams. Handmade touches under the narrative that this paradise is lovingly built, not mass-produced, and they empower viewers to start small projects immediately after watching. Don't worry if you live far from tropical latitudes. The design language revolves around texture, layering, and color, not geographic purism. In cooler zones, substitute hardy fascia for banana plants or use die-hard yucca to mimic palm silhouettes. Grow elephant ears in containers and wheel them indoors when frost threatens. These smart substitutions honor the lush aesthetic while respecting local climate realities, proving that tropical dreams can bloom even in temperate suburbs. Blend edible plants seamlessly into the display. Scarlet Vein Swiss Chard offers tropical color and salad leaves, while dwarf pineapple crowns add spiky drama and sweet fruit. Tuck lemongrass by the walkway to release citrus fragrance with every brush, and use fragrant Thai basil as a border edging. This edible landscaping or foodscaping maximizes function without sacrificing style, turning your front yard into a sensory buffet that delights eyes, nose, and taste buds alike. Technology can lighten maintenance. Install a smart soil moisture sensor linked to an automated drip line. It waters only when readings drop below a set point, preventing both drought stress and overwatering. Solar-powered motion lights discourage nocturnal pests, while a compact cordless hedge trimmer keeps edges crisp without extension cords. These gadgets may seem modern, yet they disappear visually, letting lush foliage remain protagonist while quietly gifting you more weekend leisure time. Group plants in odd numbers for an organic, natural feel. 3s and 5s look less formal than pairs. Anchor each cluster with one hero plant. Surround it with complementary textures. Then edge with a contrasting ground cover. Repeat the motif along the yard for rhythm that guides the eye. This painterly approach parallels interior color blocking and ensures the overall picture feels intentional, unified, and worthy of the term luxury that defines our channel's ethos.